thought I'd pop in and just see how everybody's doing. Personally, I feel the energy is really intense at the moment. I'm currently journeying with the tarot, spending a day with each major archetype. And individually, today I'm on the Wheel of Fortune, but I know that collectively the energy feels very Emperor-like. There's a lot of creation going on, which is fantastic. Our own individual translation of what we're feeling, what we're seeing, messages, insights, and our own journeys as part of a whole journey. My part in that this morning felt very much about how I create and the pressure that comes from that, which ultimately comes from it not being good enough or questioning how I make things and my own energy and my own place in the bigger scheme, in the bigger plans. There is a lot going on and there is a lot being created, and these are exciting, fast moving times. We are all connected. So for a lot of us, the same messages will be coming up, which is fantastic. There does seem to feel like there's a bit of, not competition, resistance to this knowledge. When one person receives a message and another person shares it, almost like I knew that first, or I felt that first, or my way or the highway. Very Emperor type energy, trying to almost hold on to this creative energy. And what I received this morning is we all have valuable aspects of this language to be spoken. And it's not about the message, but about the individual way that you speak it. And that there was an overwhelming urge, for me personally, I can't speak for everybody else, to lighten it up a little bit. I'm doing a lot of work with the inner masculine behind the scenes. I've just finished the more feminine work with the Goddess Codes, run by Saffron Huge, which I totally recommend. And if anyone's interested, just contact me. But at the moment today, it feels like the masculine, the sun, our actions, how we create things, how we get the ball rolling. And mine this morning felt quite heavy, again from that pressure. It felt overwhelming, like a fire that I couldn't control but wanted to control. And the joy from all of that had gone. So a week or so ago, I was given an insight of 3 things that I could possibly bring into the physical. And it's exciting and it's scary. And at times it does feel a bit too big for me. And I'm very tempted to just kind of hand it on to the next person like a relay race, but also wanting to find my place and share what I do and how I do it. And that feels like that's where the conflicting energies are coming from. Being aware of the changes around us, but also our individual role. For me, it's really helpful with the tarot. A lot of people will use it as a predictive tool. Personally, I use it as a chance to look at where I am now. Because we can be consumed by where things could lead or where things have been. And this is human nature, to give it an outcome or a beginning, so that we can measure where we are. And time generally molds into each other. So for me, the tarot helps me to do that. It helps me to look at my current position and any particular patterns that might be occurring that may stand in the way or indeed help me to move forward. So with the energy this morning, it really felt like an urge to lighten up my masculine, but that it actually came from a very masculine feminine side of me, because they are one and the same. So an aggressive way of seeking insights, an aggressive way of creating, which kind of took the fun out of it for me. So I asked for things to be lightened up, and I've seen and shared a wonderful video with Gino DeCampo, this morning's chef, about how translation can be confused, and it really can. And we are really, it feels at the risk of that, of taking things personally, of assuming things are about us, and they're really not, including the creative energy that's coming in. If you feel a calling to make something, go with it. Keep it in the heart, but flow with it. But know that other people are receiving this too, and that it's actually very beautiful, that it's actually our way of recording our stories and our journey on the earth, and the actual journey of the earth herself. So when we start to hold on to it, when we start to believe it is just for us, or just about us, or personal, including spirit, it can become quite controlling. And this is the old masculine energy that we are desperately trying to move forward from. The patriarchy, the believing that the earth belongs to us and not the other way round, or that spirit belongs to us and not the other way round, that creation itself belongs to us and not the other way round. We are co-creators of this. It isn't about us alone, it's about everybody. So I thought I would just pull a card, just collectively, to see how we can best move forward with this now. What it is we need to take this beautiful energy that's being channeled and create it in a loving, truthful manner. Okay. So the card that's come out is the Five of Pentacles. And for me, this is our old journey. This is the path that we've walked, and the stories that we tell ourselves, the healing that we believe is required. However, here with the Five of Pentacles, we can recognise that it's connected us to higher aspects of ourselves, including each other, and that the next step now is the Six of Pentacles, which is about sharing that forward, not from a perspective of lording it over people, not from a perspective of needing that insight because you haven't got your own, but from a balanced energy. Before this card, we would have had the Four of Pentacles, which is somebody that holds on to what they believe is theirs for security, which ultimately comes from insecurity. When I look at this card, what I see is forward movement from these times of lack, from these times of not believing that we're worthy, from these times of believing that we need to continually heal who we are, and that the only way we can do that is to seek outside of ourselves. For me, this card now talks about letting go of all the crutches that we've held on to, all the old beliefs, all the old ways. And we do have a masculine and a feminine figure here, but we have the light in the background, the light of them coming together. The light of the masculine, the sunshine, the ability to take something, which at the moment is very hard, I appreciate that, and make it lighter, make our life lighter, be that light, not this old journey, not this old story, which includes the positive aspects of this story, what we've learned. It feels like about letting it go now, about physically moving forward to what could be coming in. Letting go of all the old stories and just lightening up a little bit, because it's that light when we're in that energy. We need no protection, because that is protection. We need not push our creations, because they naturally happen. This is the sacred masculine, the ability to move forward protected and creating as you feel you need to create, not pushing. So have a wonderful day. Oh, right underneath is the Six of Pentacles. Have a wonderful day, and just enjoy. Enjoy the fact that you may have been given something worth saying or doing or creating, because that is a gift. When we compare it to others, when we doubt others or doubt ourselves, what we're doing is taking that gift of creation and almost destroying it before it can become anything. So my advice, if you don't know where to start, is just to start. Creation is very rarely born perfect. Very rarely born perfect. It grows with time, but it has to start somewhere. So whatever it is you're doing today, do it with fun. Let yourself be guided by your intuition and just let go of the old stories. Have a wonderful day. The light is shining, so I'm off out now. Enjoy yourself. Bye.